Hi, this is Dylan. Welcome to Daily Trading Analysis video. Today is a Friday, 10th of July. So we're going to start off with the Euro against the US dollar. Right, so overall the chart itself, we have seen that the price has rebounded off and gained further from the support level at 1.0947. Fuel price mentioned 161.8%. And right now we are expecting price to appreciate even further based on the current structure. Right, so there's actually two levels that we're actually looking for to go for the short opportunity, especially that we know that the Greece will have to decide whether they're going to still stay in the Eurozone or not, or rather will the ECB still provide them with the funds to build out from their debt itself. Alright, so the level that we're looking for to go for the short will be somewhere at the price of 1.1196. Alright, and further towards the top will be at the price of 1.1381. So these are two levels we're looking for to go for a short. Meanwhile, for today itself, you may want to go into smaller time frame, probably in the 15-minute chart, to go for a long opportunity, or rather an intraday long opportunity. I see retraces back to the 20 or the 55 moving average. So that's for the Euro against US dollar, and next we have the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. So back to the 4-hourly chart, we have seen that the price has got supported at the bottom of a falling trend channel, and it has started to rebound off, moving towards the top of the falling trend channel as well. So we are waiting for price to retrace further, closer to the top, or rather back to the top of the falling trend channel to look for the short opportunity. So that's pretty straightforward. And that's pretty much for the New Zealand dollar against US dollar. And next we have the pound against the US dollar. We have identified that there is actually a rising trend channel in the 4-hourly chart, or rather you can see it in the day 1 chart as well. And in the day 1 chart itself, we have seen that there's a reversal candle right at the bottom of the rising trend channel, and price is beginning to appreciate and rebound off from the bottom of the rising trend channel. So do look out for a long opportunity in the smaller time frame especially. So hopefully price can retrace a little bit back to somewhere the price of 1.5365 for a better entry price to go for a long. Alright, if not, we just have to wait for price to appreciate from here, retraces back to one of the moving average for a long opportunity instead, and expect price to appreciate much further, with the first level looking at the price of 1.5483, followed by 1.5675, and further up all the way back to the previous high, or rather the resistance level 1.5885, by mention 1.4%. So that's for the pound against US dollar. Next we have the Aussie against the US dollar. Alright, so based on the current structure itself as well, we are expecting price to appreciate further from here, while it moves closer back to the falling trend line itself. Alright, so to the smaller time frame, the 1-hourly chart, or rather the 15-minute chart, you may want to wait for price to retrace back at least to the 55 moving average. Expect it to go slightly below before we see the price continues to appreciate, or rather you can actually plot the trend line in the 15-minute chart, and as it touches the rising trend line, you may go for a long opportunity instead. Alright, that would be somewhere close to the price of 0.7452 for an intraday long, or if not, you will just have to wait for price to retrace further, at least back to the, well, we're expecting price to only begin to fall after it has break above the 200 moving average, so that is still quite a long way to go. And that's pretty much for the Aussie against US dollar. Next we have the dollar against the Japanese yen. Alright, so we have seen that there's a falling trend channel itself, and price as it almost touches the bottom of the falling trend channel, we have seen the price has already rebounded off. Basically the yen has kind of depreciated as the Greece is preparing for a new proposal for the build out for their Greece debts. So that's kind of some kinds of optimism and a drop in terms of the demand for the safe haven assets. Therefore, the yen actually depreciated for the past 2 days, and we are expecting price to appreciate further as it moves towards the top of the falling trend channel. So zooming the smaller time frame back to the 15-minute chart, we are waiting for price to retrace back to the 55 moving average minimally to look for a long opportunity. And of course, expecting price will appreciate further all the way back to the top of the falling trend channel. And if it breaks above the trend channel itself, then we'll be looking at the next resistance level, the price of 124.21, all the way back to the top of the or rather the final exhaustion level at the price of 12600 for the final take profit level. And that's for the dollar against Japanese yen. Last but not least, we have the dollar against the Swiss franc. We have seen the price has been consistently repeatedly resisted at the price of 0.9499, or rather 0.9500, and right now it's coming down again. And zooming the smaller time frame back to the 1 hourly chart, we are still looking for an opportunity to go for a long. So in the 1 hourly chart itself, just have to wait for price to retrace all the way close enough to the 200 moving average for a long opportunity. And of course, first level back to the resistance level at probably this time around select higher at the price of 0.9509 for the first take profit level. And if it breaks above, then somewhere the previous high, the price of 0.9539. Of course, all the way back to the the next resistance level, the price of 0.9664, Fibonacci expansion 127.2%. Alright, and last but not least, I would like to touch on a few other currency pairs. First, we have the Aussie against the Japanese yen. In the weekly chart itself, as has been mentioned for quite some time, there has been a rising trend channel. Price is being supported at the bottom of the rising trend channel with the 200 moving average. Right before that, it has attempted to break below, but right now we are seeing that price has pulled back all the way back to the bottom of the rising trend channel itself. But however, look at the situation wise, we are actually expecting the price will break below the bottom of the rising trend channel by the end of this week. So we may want to look for a short opportunity instead, as it retraces back to the trend line right here. So do look out for it. Last but not least, we have the Aussie against the New Zealand dollar, which we are looking for the short opportunity. Based on the weekly chart itself, it is being resisted at the price of 1.1268, the previous high back in 2014 in October itself, or rather the beginning of November. It almost touches the 200 moving average with a strong pullback, and therefore we are expecting price to fall further. And if you look at this structure itself, we are expecting that the Aussie New Zealand is about to form an inverse head and shoulder, and this will be the beginning of the second shoulder, the formation of the second shoulder, and therefore expecting price to fall further. So we are waiting for the short opportunity right here. Back to the 4-day chart, we have seen that there is a head and shoulder that's forming right here. So this could be the neckline. So just waiting for price to appreciate a little bit further. Alright, at least to the price of 1.1124 to look for the short opportunity instead. So that's pretty much for the Aussie against New Zealand dollar. And with that, I have come to the end of today's trading analysis video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Goodbye.